This is a 7-bone tomahawk rib roast. Today we're gonna cut some steaks and compare 2 methods to find the perfect way to cook a steak. We also have this tomahawk. Trust me when I say today is gonna get crazy. Let's get to it. Incredible steaks, fully functioning tomahawk. This video is a roller coaster, so buckle up. This is a stunning piece of meat. American Wagyu from KOW Steaks. It's an absolute beast. Run your knife against the small angle. In this case, the left side of every bone. This allows for a clean cut between all the bones. Opening it up, now we can really admire that extraordinary marbling. We're gonna compare reverse sear and direct heat for these nice thick steaks. Taking slices from both ends of the roast, we can really compare the differences. This steak on the left comes from the front of the animal, directly adjacent to the chuck or shoulder. This area is characterized by a large cap muscle, otherwise known as the spinalis dorsi. Incredibly rich, tender, and beefy. Always look for steaks with a nice thick cap. The steak on the right is taken from the back of the animal, known as the loin end. This is composed primarily of the eye or longissimus dorsi, with a much smaller cap muscle. This steak is essentially an extension of the New York strip. To prevent the cap muscle from releasing, I always like to tie up my ribeyes. Today, I'm covering the bone in tinfoil because we want a nice clean handle. Thin layer of oil as our binder, and season with salt. And don't forget to hit the edges. For this thick of a steak, you can really go heavier than you think. Add your garlic powder and black pepper. This is the perfect trio when seasoning a steak. Time to fire up the grill. Steak number 1 is going to be reverse seared. Keep your smoker around 250. Low temp means even cooking. No applewood, but we're still cooking low and slow. Okay, tomahawk's on the grill. Time to get started on this one. My priority is to separate the handle from the top of the hatchet. Clearly not my expertise. After hammering away for about 20 minutes, my neighbor finally came to the rescue. What I needed was heat. If you're enjoying this content, it'd really mean a lot if you gave this video a thumbs up. And just like that, we were in business. Once our first steak reached 115 internal, it was time to sear. And the beefer is the perfect tool for the job. With temps running way hotter than a traditional grill, we can quickly sear the outside before overcooking the inside. Pull at 125 internal and add more charcoal for steak number 2, because we're going direct heat. Cook with the lid closed, flipping roughly every 30 seconds. Flipping regularly allows for even cooking and minimizes flare-ups. Notice how we have a hotter side on the left and a cooler side on the right. Move your steak around the grill, doing your best to cook evenly, avoid burning, but still develop that beautiful crust. With more intense cooking conditions, I expect the carryover temp to be higher than the reverse sear, so pull at 120 internal. Top both with butter, and this is the result. In my opinion, both of these steaks are perfect in their own way. I started by cutting into the direct heat tomahawk. The direct heat has a significantly stronger crust, but as you'll see, has a larger gray band due to less even cooking. Perfect pink interior. If you look closely, you can even see well-defined marbling. Next, reverse sear. Pink, juicy, incredibly tender. This slice right here is from the cap, easily the best bite. Both steaks came out excellent in their own way. When comparing the two, you'll notice the steak on the left has a slightly thicker gray band on the edges due to less even cooking. The trade-off is a significantly stronger crust. The steak on the right has near perfect edge-to-edge pink. That came from the low cooking temperature. The trade-off is a slightly less pronounced crust, but still nice and crunchy. Overall, I slightly preferred the reverse sear, but I'd love to know your preference in the comments. And this is where the real fun begins. Our goal is to clean up this bone as much as possible. Turns out, this is an excellent way to ruin a knife, and I highly recommend you find a new technique. Despite that, we got the job done. By some miracle, it was the perfect fit. Hammer that in place. Commercial glue gun to seal the deal. Act like you have any idea what you're doing, and begin to glue. I had big plans for this tomahawk, so I made sure to go heavy, sealing the top as well as the bottom. And apply that grip. All my years playing tennis prepared me well for this moment. Grip went on nice and snug without a hitch. Secure, and this is the result. I give you a fully functioning tomahawk made out of a tomahawk. First test was a melon. Didn't stand a chance. Outside, found even more applications. All right, got our tomahawk. We're gonna try to cut some wood. Really not gonna break from that? After one misfire, I call that a success. Thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this content. If you did, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. Subscribe to my channel. I have way more content just like this coming soon. I'll see you next time.